Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the second session of the President's Playing Curse of Strahd. I am Sir Christopher Lee, and I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign. Tonight, Presidents Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton will be entering the mansion to slay the monster that Rose and Thorn warned about. They also asked to find their baby brother Walter on the third floor to make sure that he is safe and sound. Let's see what horrors unravel tonight. Gentlemen, how are you faring tonight?
Doing great. I am a bit excited and nervous about what we will find inside the manor.
Same here. Plus, we got to be careful to not get a TPK on our hands.
As long as we work together and not yap at each other.
Yeah, that means you, Joe and Donald.
I didn't even say shit.
Yet?
Yeah, fuck you too.
Donald, calm down. Keep yelling, and those hands will be small enough to not hold the dice.
More like his small ego.
Gotta throw my fucking dice bag at your fat ass head.
And your fat ass head is about to launch us into World War III.
Listen, you killed Saddam Hussein and I killed Ayatollah Khomeini. I just used airstrikes and you used a fucking ground invasion to take that bitch out.
Are we really having a dick measuring contest right now?
To be fair, I did similar shit in Yugoslavia and Serbia.
Bill, I wouldn't mention that around Jay. He may be our editor, but he is an Orthodox Christian and doesn't like that we bomb Serbia on their Pascha Sunday on their calendar.
Refrain from this topic again.
Shit, sorry, Jay.
I forgive you.
Gentlemen, I have a game to run. If you wish to yell instead of playing Dungeons and Dragons, I wouldn't mind easily getting new players. That's what I thought. Now then, let's remind our viewers who you guys are playing again. Also, we can show the viewers your ability scores again.
I went first, and I will go again. I am playing Donovan Hargrave, a noble human paladin from the City of Splendors itself. Waterdeep, I am here to smite enemies and kick ass.
I am playing Gorem Dubrek Stonebrow, a dwarf soldier from Neverwinter who is deployed to the city of Leyland. My duty is to protect the innocent and bring justice to my enemies.
I am playing Barack Obamaris, a tiefling bard from the small settlement of Phandalin. I travel around to sing songs, tell tales, and bring joy to all in the Sword Coast.
I am playing Viral Klandor, a silver dragonborn from Neverwinter, whose patron Hadar told me to travel south in search of power.
And I will be playing Jorindel Thalano. He is a high elf from Daggerford who worships the god of dawn, Lathandar, the Morning Lord. I am here to bring light in the darkest times.
Good. Now, for the viewers, Jay has been debating about who should voice Strahd von Zarovich. But many of you in the comments and on Discord have been begging me to voice the Count himself. It definitely would fit me, since I have played Count Dracula numerous times. Let Jay know in the comments. Also, we may put a poll up for some candidates to voice Strahd and give us suggestions on who should voice Rahadin, who is another big villain in the campaign.
Who now?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I am now.
You will find out soon. Now, gentlemen, are you ready to begin our next session?
Damn right.
Hey, Bill, why do you sound a lot older?
Hillary got me a new microphone as a very late Valentine's gift. Had to take time to eventually set it up.
Yeah, I got a new one too, so hopefully I sound a bit clearer and louder.
Yeah, you're good.
Loud and clear, Barry.
And remember, you are not only heroes, but victims within the mists.
We are gonna fucking die this session, are we?
Let me pull up the battle map for you all to see. For the audience watching, you can see what I have planned against the presidents. You can see what I see, but they cannot, for they have fog of war in the rooms that they have not explored. We will be using D&D Beyond for our dungeon delving and combat.
Sounds fair enough. All right, ladies, ready to get scared?
I am.
Here, here.
A little bit.
I was born ready. Christopher, what do we see as we open the front doors?
Ignoring a shiver, you escape the clinging mists and cross the stone portico into the house. A chill hangs in the air. Oaken doors stand before you, silent and brooding. You find yourself in an immaculate foyer, decorated with portraits and heraldries. A family of stony-faced aristocrats watch you with disinterest. The plaque on the frame reads, "The Dursts," in dull gold lettering. On one wall you find a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a golden windmill on a red field, and beside it, 2 oil lamps.
You guys think the portrait is of the family?
That's my guess. But why on earth would they have a coat of arms that is a windmill?
The fuck should I know? Also, how dark is it in here?
Pitch black. You need dark vision or a source of light to be able to see.
Guess my fat ass is gonna put the shield away and hold on to one of the oil lamps that were given to us by the children.
At least you are self-reflected.
Don't make me swing this damn lamp on you and roast your lethargic ass.
Uh-huh. Well, that didn't last long with these two.
While they yap, I am going to open the doors in front of us and step inside.
You open the door, and it's almost breathtaking. In the gloom beyond the foyer, the main hall glitters. Its wood-paneled walls are ornately carved with idyllic scenes of frolicking nymphs and satyrs. At one end of the hall, a sweeping red marble staircase climbs to unknown heights. At the other is a black marble fireplace, cold and unlit. Mounted above the mantel shelf is a longsword, a windmill cameo worked into its hilt. Also, music floats down the stairs, a harpsichord. It's all right. It starts and stops. Sections are oft repeated, this time with gusto. Whomever is playing the instrument clearly is a novice.
Hello! Is anyone home?
Oh yeah, just shout in an empty home with a monster roaming around. Good idea, Barry.
Kind of agree. That is kind of a dumbass move there.
Well, that's what my character would do in this situation.
Well, hold on. Someone is upstairs playing a harpsichord. Do we hear a response?
All is silent. You do not hear a peep from upstairs.
Well, maybe the nursemaid has the door closed and can't hear us.
Guess we will have to explore the mansion and find out where should we go first.
Well, I am going to open this door to the right.
I think I will open the door in front of me.
I am going for this door right next to me.
I guess I can open this door.
I am going to stay out here and admire the wood carvings of the walls.
Very well. Let's start with George first, since he volunteered to explore.
I pray to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that I don't regret opening this door.
The kitchen, gloomy as it might be, is tidy. The shelves are neatly stocked with dishware. The work table has been wiped clean, a cutting board left behind as the only oversight. The iron pipes of the oven snake out like a willow tree caught in a windstorm, twisting up and into the ceiling. The door to the pantry hangs ajar, and a dumbwaiter sits in the corner, its gate yawning open.
I shout to the party, "Found a kitchen."
You better find some snacks in there.
I'll make sure you get a Big Mac with some large fries. All right, I am going to the pantry and see what is inside.
The pantry is cramped and well stocked. Casks labeled as wheat and ale sit at the far wall, next to a sack of old potatoes. There are pouches with dried jerky nuts and seeds. An entire shelf is devoted to spices, with 3 racks. The Dursts, you notice, are out of salt.
Sorry, Donnie. No tasty snacks for you, big guy.
Whatever.
Baruch, you open the door and you see 3 meals sit cold and unfinished upon the lavish dining table, 2 with portions fit for children. Above the table a chandelier glitters in the gloom, drawing your attention to a tapestry of nobles hunting wolves from horseback. Combined with the velvet chairs and silken drapes, you are certain this is privilege at finest. The Durst family lives large and lives well.
What are the meals that are set out on the table?
The meals consist of mashed potatoes, a roasted turnip, and lamb chops.
Seems these guys are pretty wealthy.
I wouldn't mind making this a suitable base. That's if we find this monster.
Don't feel too comfortable taking this mansion from rich nobility. Let's just help them and hopefully find a tavern down the road.
Jorindel, you open the door, and out from the darkness loom wolves, their snarls frozen forevermore. A stag's head is mounted above the unlit fireplace. Fine chairs draped in furs face the hearth, with a cask of wine and a pipe rack on the table between them. the goblets dry and empty, the candelabrum gleaming in your lamplight. The wax has melted over, leaving little white islands on the table. Cabinets line the walls. In one darkened corner of the room, a chandelier hangs over a cloth-covered table.
Looks like some sort of hunter's den. Christopher, what are in the glass-paneled cabinets?
You squint through the glass-paneled cabinets. In one you find an assortment of wine glasses and a small wooden box. The other is locked, sporting behind its glass 3 crossbows, one of heavy oak, one of a lighter frame, and the other shaped to fit into a single hand. 3 cases of bolts lean against the frame.
Those might come in handy. Anyone got thieves' tools?
Guess we didn't think that far about all of us not being a rogue.
Okay, Donovan. You open upon a closet, stocked with several black cloaks. Someone's left a top hat on the high shelf. Fancy.
Well, that wasn't very helpful. Also, we don't see stairs going down, right?
Currently, you do not.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, no one isn't answering to us. You on edge too, Donald?
Yeah, this shit is creepy. You got my back and I got yours?
Well, I am squishier than you, so I am down for backup when trouble comes.
Hey, Joe, need a hand getting it open?
Huh. Oh, right. How would you open it if it is locked?
Perhaps we can shatter the glass and just grab what we can.
But Rose and Thorn might hear us robbing from them.
We aren't robbing them, we are borrowing them to kill a monster. You wouldn't want the gibbering to keep them awake throughout the night, would you?
Well, maybe there is a key around here somewhere.
Oh, you are no fun.
Hey, Christopher, what do I see in the dumbwaiter?
The dumbwaiter yawns before you. Craning your neck upward, you can see that its narrow stone shaft leads upward to 2 floors. The hinges on the hatches above gleam in your lamplight. It works, you see, via a simple rope and pulley mechanism. A nest of cables lines the shaft, connecting to a brass bell in the kitchen. The entire thing is too cramped for anything but a child to fit into.
I'll probably need to be a small character to fit in there. All right, I go back out in the main hall.
Yeah, I think I will do the same.
Me too.
They 3.
Welcome back. Find anything useful?
Other than some crossbows locked behind a cabinet, no.
Damn. Well, should we go upstairs and see if we can find anything useful? Also, maybe the nursemaid Miss Ferecha might tell us more about what's going on.
If she is up there. Rose said she asked her to go to the basement. Who knows if she really came back?
Only one way to find out: who is going to take the lead in our marching order.
As much as I don't want to, I can do it. Can someone else hold this lantern so I can use my shield for a higher armor class?
I can hold it for you.
Only downside of being human is you can't see jack shit in the dark.
Suck to suck. Now go on and take point.
Okay, fine. We are all gonna go up to the next floor.
A cold draft sweeps down the marble staircase as it delivers you to a darkened hall. Above the mantelpiece hangs another portrait of the Durst family. Rose and Thorn smile down on you. Their mother, her face darkened with a hint of scorn, cradles a swaddled baby. 2 mahogany doors are intricately carved with dancing youths. Suits of armor flank these doors, clutching spears, their gazes empty beneath wolf-shaped visors. A third thin door stands to the right of the stairs, which continue climbing upward. The music stops as you enter the hall.
Which door was the music coming from?
The double doors to your left of the fireplace.
Alrighty, guys, ready to see if someone is in here.
Might as well. I swing open the doors.
Inside the conservatory, a harpsichord looms out from the dark, facing a nearby standing harp. The brass-plated chandelier casts a dull sheen in your lamplight, as if to half-heartedly warn you away. The fireplace lies cold, decorated by alabaster figurines of dancers neatly placed on the mantelpiece. Velvet upholstered chairs line the walls for those that would be serenaded with what would no doubt be beautiful music. It's lonely here. A chill hangs in the air.
Miss Ferecha, are you here? Where are you?
She isn't in here. I am going to check out the fireplace over there.
Now that you stand near the fireplace, you see that some of the figurines are actually skeletons carved from alabaster. Art truly makes ascetics of us all.
Yeah, that's not weird to have at all.
You don't have to tell me twice. Spooky music playing and no one is here. Skeleton figurines. We have not heard or seen anyone yet.
If we don't find anyone on this floor, we should be able to find baby Walter upstairs.
That's true. But I know we are treading in danger.
Let's get out of this room and meet up with the other two. Shouldn't split up for too long.
Well, I don't want to go in this room alone. I opened the double doors.
Will a jump scare put you to sleep, Joe?
No, but I bet you causing a global recession will do that to yourself.
Everything is under control.
Shouldn't have torn up that nuclear deal, bud.
That deal was a sign of weakness.
Gentlemen, focus.
Sorry, Christopher.
All is well. Now relax. Oh, and Donovan, with your passive perception, the youths aren't actually dancing, you see, but fighting off swarms of bats, aren't we all?
Yeah, no, those kids in the carvings are not dancing, but fighting bats.
Really? How did we not see that before? Now I'm getting nervous.
It's okay, man. We got your back.
After what you said, I might reconsider.
You might break your oath if you don't protect him.
Fine, just don't piss me off next time. Let's go in this room.
Here is a place of great study. A wealth of knowledge sits on floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, weighty tomes of untold worth, novels, treatises, encyclopedias, poetry, histories. So vast is this library that a rolling ladder is necessary to reach the high shelves. An exquisite desk faces the hearth. Upon the mantelpiece thereof hangs a framed portrait of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. 2 reading chairs flank the fireplace, stuffed and lovely and inviting.
Hey, this place looks a bit more inviting.
There has to be something important here. Let's look around.
Everyone, give me a perception check.
I rolled a 15.
Crap, I got a 3.
Rig dice. That's a 9.
I got a 17.
Jorindel, you look through the desk and after opening one of the drawers, you find a silver key.
Ooh, I wonder if this will unlock the cabinet downstairs.
Gorim, you look through the books and see many titles that interest you. First, you see a book titled Doom of the Dusk Elves. It is a historical but highly political treatise on the destruction of the Dusk Elf kingdom at the hands of King Barof and his son Strahd von Zarovich. It relates the story of Rahadin, the great betrayer, who was adopted by Barof as an honorary von Zarovich. Another title that stands out is Alchemical Secrets Best Left Unknown, a grimoire on alchemy, anatomy, and necromancy. Third, you find a book titled Greaves of Brass by Walt Whitworth, a collection of dwarven poems. Fourth, you find Ways of the Wild Folk, a treatise on Barovia's native mountain folk tribes. The tome describes local legends of the tribe, such as Sangzor, the Devil Goat, and the Rock of Mount Gakis. An ominous passage has been underlined by a previous reader. The Gakis tribe seem to guard a hidden font of terrible truths, a dark sanctum to be scorned by mortal men. The wildlings cut down any and all who seek out this amber temple. Lastly, you find political theory in Dismal Days, a musing on Barovian politics in the early days of Strahd's reign.
I hope I get a Lamborghini after learning so much knowledge. Is that all I find?
You see a red book with a blank spire that doesn't match with the rest of the tomes.
How curious. I pull the book out.
You pull the book back and you hear a click. The bookshelf swings open, hidden hinges squealing in the gloom. Dusty shelves line the walls of a cramped room, packed with tomes decorated only in eldritch runes and ominous symbols. You spot a heavy chest at the end of the hall, squatting as if it harbors some coveted secret, a secret worth dying for, apparently, if the skeleton in rotting leathers is any clue to the insidious danger you've all found yourself in.
Well, well, well. This is disturbing. What do the books look like?
Looking at the tomes, you see different titles, names such as In the Light of Osibus, Rituals of the Life Caller, Heart of Midnight, Fantastic Devils and Where to Find Them, and a gnarled tome that is written in Infernal.
Can't read that shit. What is in the chest?
Opening the chest, you find 3 black leather tomes, 3 spell scrolls of bless, protection from poison, and spiritual weapon. The deed to the manor, the deed to a windmill, and a signed will by Lord Gustav and Lady Elizabeth Durst, and bequeaths the manor, the windmill, and all other family property to Lady Rosavalda and young Lord Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' death. You also find a letter bearing a seal with a raven and a castle.
Yeah, I will put the scrolls in the party inventory. I am going to meet up with everyone else out in the library.
While you guys are in there, Virgil, did you want to go in this room?
Sure do. What do I find in here?
The room is dusty and undecorated. 2 lumpy, straw-filled mattresses sit on worn-out bed frames, from under which footlockers loom. Servants' uniforms hang in an open closet. The dumbwaiter yawns like a tired youth, with no knowledge left in his head.
Do I see anything inside the footlockers?
You open them, and you find that they are both empty.
That sucks. Okay, guys, let's meet back up in the hall. You guys find anything interesting?
I found a key in the desk of the library.
I found some spell scrolls that may come in handy for you. Veril, I also found a letter. Should I read it?
We are kind of deep into this, so might as well.
Okay then. I tear off the seal and read the letter aloud.
You open the letter, and this is what it reads. My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
Hey guys, I seen that name in one of the books I was browsing in the library. He is the Count of Barovia, the ruler of this land. It also mentioned how his father, King Barov, adopted a dusk elf named Rahadin. He goes by the Great Betrayer. This land used to be ruled by dusk elves. I guess when Stanimir was talking about that prince, he must have been talking about Strahd.
Yawn, like I needed a lecture about the history of this place.
I don't know about you, but I am going to write this all down in my notes, or I will forget.
That's not a bad idea, Joe.
Right? His dementia won't get to him during our campaign.
Get what now?
Really, Joe? You wrote notes so you wouldn't have this happen.
I know that.
Sure. You guys want to go upstairs now and find the baby?
Yeah, I am ready to get out of here. This place just doesn't seem right.
Okay, Hank Hill, we will go fast for you.
That joke was dog shit, and you know it.
Bill, you have seen my presidency. I am known to say stupid shit, like Jay.
Bro, really?
Just saying, dude. Anyway, let's start heading upstairs.
It starts slow at first, but soon a baby begins its wailing. After a few moments, you hear feet on the floor above, and a door creaking open.
Hope you pussies aren't scared. Everyone, get behind me.
I got your 6, Donnie. Whenever you are ready.
This is starting to scare me a bit. Laura, can you hold my hand?
I'm sorry. What?
No, not in real life. What the hell were you thinking? I meant in game.
The answer is still no.
Oh, fiddlesticks. I will just clutch to my shield as close as I can.
I will be in the back.
The red marble staircase delivers you to its full height, the 3rd floor. The air is choked with dust. The walls, carved with autumn woodland scenes, are mounted by unlit oil lamps. An infant's cries cut the silence into tattered chunks, while a cobwebbed suit of armor stands in eternal vigilance, facing the balcony railing, facing you.
This family is obsessed with knights or something.
Just nobility showing off their wealth, like your golden toilet.
To be fair, I am sure everyone would want a golden porcelain throne.
Where should we go, guys?
Hey, Sir Christopher, which room do we hear the crying?
It is silent where you are, but it sounded like it was coming from your left.
Well, Lord Donovan is here to save the Dursts. I march up to the door and open it.
Just as you reach for the door, you pause, craning your ear. The wailing of a newborn echoes throughout the suite. A young woman tries to quiet the child, singing a lullaby poorly. Gently you tease open the door, finding no one inside. Instead, the cries come from behind a thin door to your right. "Hush, little baby," the woman sings. "Don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a Blinsky toy. And if that toy doesn't work, Walter, stop crying. Please stop crying. Morning Lord's light, please just stop crying."
Before I sign my death warrant, what does the room look like?
Cobwebs are everywhere in this room, along the windows, between the posts of the bed, stretched across the wardrobe. Even the mirror, set into the wall, is draped in the eerie silk. Stained glass doors lead to the balcony you saw from outside, and gloomy, dust-choked air haunts this place like a distant memory. Walter's wails come from behind a door, to your immediate right.
Donnie, you got this. I will be right with you.
Don't chicken out. I can heal you.
Very motivational, Joe. Okay, I open the door.
The door creaks open to reveal a nursery. A slender woman dressed in a cream-colored nightgown stands over a crib, humming softly while the baby therein continues to wail.
Hello, are you Miss Ferecha?
She doesn't respond to you as she looks down at the crib.
I take a step inside. Miss Ferecha? Rosavalda and Thornbolt said you were in the basement. Are you okay?
The woman pauses, and the baby's cries cease. Slowly she looks over her shoulder, and her mouth widens into a gaping void from which roars a blood-curdling screech. Her flesh splinters and falls in bloodied pieces, revealing a violet spectral face contorted by utter rage. Only now do you notice that the woman hovers above the floor, a ghost gripped in the moment of her worst memories. With a scream, the spectre surges forth, her ethereal hands ending in wicked claws.
Ah, Spectre!
Shit. Guys, something's wrong. Come on.
Gentlemen, roll for initiative.
I got a 12.
Damn, I got a 10.
That's bullshit! I got a 9.
Oh, malarkey. Guess we are all getting bad rolls. I got an 8.
Start praying, folks, because I got a 6.
Oh dear. This spectre got a pretty good initiative. It is the spectre's turn. She is going to use her claws and swipe you with her life drain. I am assuming 9 misses.
Yeah, that misses. Damn, that was close.
You better get out of there, dude.
Nah, I am gonna risk it.
That is the spectre's turn. Gorim, it is now your turn. What do you do?
I am going to pull out my short bow and fire an arrow at the specter.
Roll to attack.
Does an 18 hit?
Indeed it does. Roll for damage.
That is 8 points of piercing damage.
You fire an arrow toward the spectre, and it goes right through her. It seemed to have harmed her, with parts of her ethereal body disappearing, but not as much damage as you thought it would do.
Shit, it's resistant to piercing damage. I am going to stand here and have Donnie's back, as I said before, and will pass my turn.
Okay, Donovan, what are you going to do?
First, I will use my action to cast protection from evil and good. This will make her have disadvantage on attacking me. Then I will run next to Gorim.
She is going to use her opportunity attack with disadvantage. She misses with a 7.
I will turn back to the Spectre and hold up my shield and longsword ready for a fight. That will be the end of my turn.
Very well. It is now your turn, Barak.
I am going to run 15 feet in the room, stare at the specter in the nursery by casting vicious mockery and say, "You are never good enough to be the bride of a proper noble, you filthy adulterer." She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, that's pretty harsh. But then again, she wants to kill us. Roast her to death, Barry?
Weird, the dice glitched on the screen, but I assume 2 is not going to save?
She needed a 15 to save, and she will take 6 points of psychic damage.
The spectre grabs at her head and lets out a grotesque ethereal screech from the pain afflicted from your insult.
I am going to move 10 feet down to the bottom left corner of the room and end my turn there.
Jorandel, it is now your turn.
Here we go. I will move 20 feet into the room and stand in front of Goram. Then I look to the specter and use Guiding Bolt from my cleric initiate at her. That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
11 points of radiant damage. She is now glowing, so one of you will have advantage if you hit her.
She is blooded. Her apparition is starting to fade away.
I will move 10 feet down and stand next to Barak and end my turn there.
Varel, you are up.
I will run 20 feet in front of the nursery door and fire an eldritch blast at the specter. First roll is a 13. Second is an 18. Does that hit?
That hits.
That will do 5 points of force damage.
Your Eldritch Blast completely causes her apparition to fade away violently. She is dead once more.
Nice. Let's go check on the baby.
I didn't say we were out of combat.
Huh? Why aren't we out of combat? We killed the specter.
Metal scrapes against wood. A fist suddenly seizes you by the hair and slams its offhand into your jaw. You look about the room and see no other person, only a shifting suit of armor, and it draws back its scaled fist for another blow.
Damn it. That suit of armor outside the hall is animated. I am going to risk it and run into the nursery room and step into the corner.
The black suit of armor is going to make an opportunity attack on you, Viral. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh man. That will hit me.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
You holding up in there?
I am already bloodied from that hit. We need to take this suit of armor down now. I will end my turn there. Kick his ass, George.
Gladly. First, I am going to use my free action to store my bow away and take out my great sword. Then I will move 10 feet in front of it to block its path in here and swing my sword at it. Crap, that is a 9 to hit.
That is going to miss.
Well, good thing I took great swords as my weapon mastery. He will be grazed with 4 points slashing damage.
There you go, George. You still did damage to him?
I will help you soon. Hang in there.
That is the end of my turn.
The suit of armor is going to make 2 slam attacks on you, Gorim. Does a 12 hit?
That's a miss.
How about a 23 to hit?
That's gonna hit.
You take 8 points of damage.
Damn. One more hit, I'm down.
Donovan, it's your turn.
Time to hit him hard. I will hit him with my longsword and cast Thunderous Smite if I hit him. Nice. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Really? Only 4 points of slashing damage? I hope the smite does more damage. 4 thunder damage? Lame. I hope he succeeds my strength saving throw.
The knight got a 4.
Thank fuck! The armor gets pushed 10 feet and is prone. That will be my turn.
Barak, what do you do now as Donovan thunder smites the suit of armor and it flies down the hallway, landing on its back?
I will cast Vicious Mockery at him and say, that is pathetic for a knight like you. He needs a DC 15 on a Wisdom saving throw.
The armor rolled a 1.
Nice! It takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Barak, you hurl your insult at the armor, but it didn't seem to faze the armor whatsoever.
Uh-oh. It is immune to psychic damage. I will run 5 feet up, then 15 feet to the right near the fireplace and end my turn there.
Jorindel, it is your turn.
I am going to move behind Gorham. Can I see Viral in the corner from where I am standing?
Indeed you can.
I will use my bonus action to give him some health. You get 9 hit points of healing.
Thanks, Joe.
Now I will cast Sacred Flame on the armor. It needs to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
The armor rolled a 10 and failed.
The armor takes 4 points of radiant damage.
The armor is bloodied. Your flame goes straight through its chest, making a huge hole in the center. Inside, you don't see anyone inside the armor.
Not a haunted armor.
No mystery to solve in this Scooby-Doo shit.
I believe it is my turn, but there isn't much I can do since I cannot leave the room. Passing my turn to Gorham,
I run up to the armor and swing my great sword at it. That is a natural one, but he takes 4 slashing damage from the graze. I will move to the right so Donovan can hit the armor. That is my turn.
The armor is going to make 2 slam attacks on you, Gorham. A 15 is going to miss. A 16 will hit.
Crap. Not good.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Guys, I'm down.
Don't worry. I will try and get you back up. I will charge at the armor and swing my long sword at it.
You run around the corner and see the suit of armor slam its fists into Gorham's head, knocking him unconscious.
Damn it. That is an 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, Barak, try and do something.
I am going to run behind Jorindel and use my action to help Jorindel in his next attack. That is all I am going to do.
I was going to save my spell slot to heal Gorham, but this armor is too tough, so I'm going to throw a guiding bolt at it with advantage, thanks to Barak's help. That is a 19 to hit, doing 12 points of radiant damage, and he is glowing.
Your bolt causes one of its arms to fly off the armor. It is beginning to shake violently.
I think one more hit will take it out. Passing my turn to you, Bill.
I run out of the nursery and fire an eldritch blast at the glowing suit of armor.
Yes. Got a natural 20.
It takes 13 points of force damage.
The impact of your eldritch blast causes the suit of armor to fly back and scatter into pieces. You are now out of combat.
Okay, I am going to try and stabilize Gorham. Thank goodness I got an 11.
I groan and stand up from the pain. Damn, that hurt a lot. Did you manage to destroy the armor?
Yes, we did. Looks like this mansion is haunted.
While you guys fix him up, I want to look into the crib and see if Walter is in there.
Viral, you walk back in and approach the crib. You see an infant-sized figure, swaddled in black blankets from head to foot. It is hard to see his face since it is covered up.
It better be okay. I am going to open up the wraps and see if he is okay.
You begin to unwrap him, and right before you see the baby, the swaddle goes limp, and you see no baby inside.
This is getting too depressing now. I will walk out and check on the others.
I wish I could heal you, but I already used my spell slots.
As awesome as your guiding bolt is, you had to take down the armor. We have another healer in the group.
Really? Who else?
Joe, you can't be serious right now.
I am a bard and Donald is a paladin. How did you even forget?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Bards can use healing spells, and paladins have lay on hands.
All right, Barry. Who should heal him first? I was thinking maybe you should cast Healing Word, and if you run out of spell slots, I can use my lay on hands on one of you to get at least 5 hit points back.
Not a bad idea. I will use Healing Word on Gorham. You get back 10 hit points from the healing.
Nice. I am back up to full health. So which door should we go into next?
Well, I don't want your dwarvish ass getting knocked out again. I will take point from here on out in this mansion. Why don't we open this door next to me and see what is inside?
The door creaks open onto a cramped storage closet. Rotted sheets and moldy bars of soap sit on the shelves. A cobwebbed broom leans against the far wall.
I close the door and say, nothing interesting in there except bed sheets and soap.
Let's look at the other end of the hall and see if there is another way up.
Before we do, where is Damia?
She would be waiting for you down on the first hall in the main foyer.
Why don't I go down there and check on her? You guys explore the rest of the floor. I believe this is a 4-story mansion, so there has to be another way on the 4th floor somewhere. Also, I can see if there is a way to the basement downstairs.
Barak, I don't know if it is a good idea to split up now when we know this place is haunted.
Plus, we don't want you to be the first one to die, especially in a horror movie scenario.
You did not just pull the black guy dies in a horror movie trope?
Well, obviously, name a movie where the black guy survives.
I wouldn't challenge Barry there. Plus, there are many horror movies where black characters survive in the end.
Examples include Get Out, Nope, Deep Blue Sea, Anaconda, Prom Night Remake, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, The Purge, Gothica, Urban Legends, Final Cut, Scream 2, 5, 6, and 7, The Thing, Mars, Sinners.
Okay, I get it. I'll admit defeat. You are right, Barak. At least I can add some of those to my watch list.
Hey, Barak, what did you think of The Blackening?
Even with some of the stereotypical dark humor, I thought the movie was hilarious and worth the watch.
At least we can agree that movie was funny as hell.
Well, while you discuss this subject that is distracting us from our objective, I will go down the hall and check out the 2 double doors.
I will check the door across and see what is inside.
If all is settled, I will go downstairs and check up on Damia to see how she is faring.
Sounds good to me. Let's do this.
First, let's explore the floor you guys are on. Donovan, as you approach this door, you hear water dripping from a spigot. It's the mold that hits you first, assailing your senses, twisting its tongue down your throat like a rabid lover. The wooden tub of this bathroom is furry with moss. The hand towels hanging from a rod, once embroidered with golden windmills, you see are now tattered rags. You look for the source of water, that slow thundering, and find that the spigot is dry.
Yeah, that's gross. I am not entering in there.
Kareem, you squint at a pair of double doors, paned with stained glass. Wiping away some of the dust, you can see it depicts windmills. The hinges squeal at your touch, revealing a magnificent suite choked with dust and neglect. A rotting tiger skin rug lies before the ashen fireplace, watched over by a wilting portrait of the Durst parents. The 4-poster bed's curtains hang open, revealing yellowing sheets while the wind rattles a door leading out towards a balcony. Where are the servants? You can't help but wonder, demand even. Where are the Dursts? How might the first 2 floors be so immaculate while the third is such a rotting travesty?
Dang, why would they seriously leave their children here all alone? This is pretty fucked, boys.
Could there be anything in the closet?
I wouldn't mind opening it and find out.
I will search the rest of the room and see if we can find anything interesting.
The wardrobes are empty, completely empty, everything gone. Not even a single hanger remains. Elizabeth's vanity is caked in grime and dust. A greasy jewelry box sits on the desk. The dumbwaiter yawns half open, the gate almost stuck in its frame. You find a dusted mirror set upon a closet door, and beyond your confused, disgusted expression, you see in the reflection only the gloomy neglect of the suite.
I think I will pocket the jewelry.
I don't think we should steal from them.
From who? This place is haunted. I wouldn't be surprised if the children were ghosts. I am taking them.
Okay, you now have 3 golden rings and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant in your inventory.
Hey guys, I didn't see shit in here. Let's wait out in the hall and tell Barak what we found when he returns.
Fine by me. Let's go.
As you guys meet in the hallway, let's focus our attention to the first floor. Barak, you see Damia in the main foyer. Her eyes, still red from crying earlier, looks at you with relief and fear.
I heard clashing and magic up above. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I think this mansion is haunted. I don't think you should stay all alone down here by yourself. You should stay close to us.
I don't know. What if something else bad happens to us?
I promise you, with the 5 of us here, and with Lyra's blessings, we will find proper shelter after we save the children from the monster that brings despair upon this mansion.
Roll for persuasion.
That is a 23.
She ponders for a second before nodding and stepping close to you.
Okay, I trust you. Just make sure that nothing harms me.
I swear about it. I will lead Damia upstairs and try to meet with everyone else.
Hey, you two, everything all right? Y'all took a while.
Yes, all is good.
I went to check on her and see if she is okay. She is calm now and told her how this mansion is haunted.
Were you guys making out or something? I swear it felt like you guys were taking your sweet time.
Ew, no! What?
Dude, what the fuck? No!
It's fine if you both did. If you guys ever need privacy, I can give you tips on how to properly use cigars.
Bro, I am gonna make you choke on a cigar if you don't shut the hell up, you freak.
I wish I had bleach poured down my ears after what I just listened to.
I agree. Christopher, is there any way to continue? I thought there was a 4th floor.
Of course. With your passive perception, you look at the walls around and you see that between the autumn decadence, between the trees and falling leaves and dancing critters, corpses swing from the branches while worms burst from the ground in teeming swarms. This is getting ridiculous.
How delightful. Anything else?
Behind Donovan, you begin to see the outline of where a secret door could possibly be.
Guys, shut up for a second. And Donovan, look behind you. There is a secret door right there.
For real? Let me take a look. I pushed to the wall where Jorindel was pointing at behind me.
Donovan, you push the wall, and it opens to a dark stairway ascending upwards.
Oh, I'll be damned. You were right, Jorindel. Come on, guys. Let's finally see what is up here.
I got your back. Come on, fellas.
You all march up to the stairs and enter into an attic. The attic is choked with dust and cobwebs. A padlocked door stands nearby, from which the sounds of children at play float.
Stop. Do you hear that?
Yeah, sounds like children.
Oh, I wonder if we should play games with them.
Are you going to make them sit on your hairy legs as you tell them stories?
The fuck?
George, why?
I might need ear bleach this time. Guess that's karma biting me in the ass.
I am going to ignore that. Also, I think we can use the silver key on the padlock. Does it unlock?
You put the key into the padlock, and it unlocks.
Alrighty, folks, here goes nothing. I take a deep breath in, then out, and open the door.
From behind the door, Rose and Thorn's voices float. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, little Thorn shouts. The padlock clinks noisily as you work on its lock, then clatters to the ground. The children hush as you open the door. The gloom strangles this place. You spot 2 child-sized beds, a toy chest, and a dollhouse. It's a perfect replica of the Durst Manor, you realize. What's most unsettling is that the room's sole window is bricked up. That is, until you spot the small skeletons dressed in tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles, a doll, as if it alone could have changed the future.
Oh shit, it can't be!
I was wondering if that was the case. This is a lot to take in.
And with that, this is a perfect point to end tonight's session.
Bruh, what?
No way. You can't end it there. This is a twist you just threw at us. We have to see what is going on and what happened.
Sorry, gentlemen, but this is a good place to end. To cheer you guys up, you are now level 2.
Oh, nice.
Yo, let's go.
Hell yeah, boys.
Well, that's kind of nice to hear after surviving the shit that was thrown at us.
To be honest, I wasn't sure if the Spectre was going to one-shot one of you.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Tell them, Jay.
Yeah, one of my players in my first session of my campaign, which you all should check it out on Mondays at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Our tiefling bard, Carla, got completely life-drained by the Spectre, and it took my players a while to kill her.
Damn. Guess we got lucky tonight.
Indeed you did. I thought you guys would not have a tough time taking down the animated armor, but I guess it managed to knock one of you out cold.
Took one for the team.
In the beginning of Session 3, we can quickly discuss what your characters get when they level up.
Sounds good. Alrighty, boys. I am going to get out of here now. You all have a good night.
Same here. I am ready to get some sleep.
Good night, Sleepy Joe.
Fuck you too, Donald.
Later, guys.
Later, fellas.
And remember, you are not only heroes, but victims of the mists. Good night, gentlemen, and thank you, viewers, for watching the video or listening to the session.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification to get notified with new episodes and sessions. Also leave a like if you enjoyed the series so far.
Until then, see you all next time.